You've seen the video. A 22-year-old lad in a rented Lamborghini driving down Sheikh Zayed Road. He's wearing sunglasses indoors. He's shouting into a camera. "Bro, buy property in Dubai. 0% tax. Guaranteed 10% yields. The UK is finished. Get your money out." It sounds tempting, doesn't it? Especially when you look out your window in Barnsley. And it's been raining for 3 weeks straight. But before you wire your life savings to a developer for a luxury off-plan studio in the desert, we need to talk. Because that influencer is forgetting one tiny, insignificant detail. You don't live in Dubai. You live here. And unfortunately for you, so does the tax man. And here is the scary part. You lot are actually listening to him. This isn't just a few Instagram wannabes, this is a stampede. In 2024 alone, British investors poured roughly £10 billion into Dubai real estate. We are now the #2 biggest buyers in the entire city. We are buying more than the Russians. We are buying more than the Saudis. Only the Indians buy more than us. Investment from the UK is up 60% in just 18 months. That is billions of pounds leaving the UK economy, leaving your ISA and leaving your pension pots to go sit in a desert. So if everyone is doing it, surely it must be a good idea. Let's look at the maths that the 17% of you who bought last year clearly didn't read. Let's kill the biggest myth right now. Dubai is tax-free. Yes, it is, for the sheikh, and for people who actually live there. But if you are a UK resident, HMRC lays claim to your worldwide income. You might think you're smart. You think, I'll just leave the rent money in a Dubai bank account and HMRC won't know. Wrong. The UK and the UAE have data sharing agreements under the Common Reporting Standard. Bank data flows faster than a sewage leak in a new build estate. So you make 10 grand rent in Dubai. Since you paid zero tax there, you get zero tax relief here. HMRC adds that 10 grand to your UK salary. If you're a higher rate taxpayer, you now owe the UK government £4,000. There is no zero tax for you, just a massive bill. But tax is just the start. Let's talk about what you are actually buying. 90% of these deals are off-plan. You aren't buying a flat, you are buying a PDF. You are buying a CGI render of a building that doesn't exist yet. In the UK, we have strict laws protecting deposits. In Dubai, it's the Wild West. History is full of projects where investors paid 50% up front, the developer went bust, and the building never got built. They own a very expensive patch of sand. Even if it does get built, the payment plan is a trap. They hook you in with, pay 1% a month. But what happens when the building is finished and you suddenly owe the final 30% as a lump sum? Getting a mortgage in Dubai as a non-resident is painfully difficult. If you can't find the cash, you lose the apartment, and you lose your deposit. Now, let's add another layer of risk that nobody talks about. Currency. The Dubai dirham is pegged to the US dollar. The British pound floats against it. When you buy a house in Leeds, you buy in pounds. You earn rent in pounds. Simple. When you buy in Dubai, you are accidentally becoming a forex trader. If the pound gets stronger against the dollar, which happens, the value of your Dubai asset crashes in sterling terms. You could make a profit on the property price in Dubai, but lose it all when you convert the cash back to spend in Tesco. You are gambling on the exchange rate with your pension. But Baz, I hear you cry. The yields, they promised me 10% returns. Let's talk about that word, guaranteed. In finance, whenever someone says guaranteed, check your wallet. The gross yield might be high, but the net yield, the money you actually keep, is a disaster. Why? Service charges. In Dubai, you pay service charges by the square foot, and it is expensive. You have to pay for the pool cleaning, the gym, the concierge, and the chiller fees. In some buildings, these fees can eat up 25% of your rental income before you even start. Add in a management agent, because you can't fix a toilet from Manchester, and that guaranteed 10% quickly looks a lot like a risky 4%. Let's look at the alternative. If you are desperate to be a landlord, why not just buy a terrace house in Leeds or Sheffield or Liverpool? Oh, but Baz, the UK is boring. Exactly. Boring is good. If your tenant in Sheffield stops paying, you know the laws. You can drive there in your Ford Fiesta to check on the roof. You understand the market. If your tenant in Dubai stops paying, good luck. You are dealing with a different legal system in a different language 4,000 miles away. You are trading control for a suntan. Then there is the exit strategy. Buying property is easy. Selling it, that's where the pain starts. In the UK, if you need cash, you can sell shares in an ISA in 10 seconds. With a Dubai apartment, you're at the mercy of a volatile market with endless supply. And here is the final kick in the teeth. If you do manage to sell for a profit, HMRC wants a slice of that too. It's called capital gains tax. Just because the property is in Dubai doesn't mean the profit is tax-free in the UK. You will pay 18% or 24% tax on the gain. So, income tax on the rent, capital gains tax on the sale, service charges eating the middle. Where is the tax-free dream now? So why do all these influencers push it so hard? Simple. Commission. Dubai developers pay massive referral fees. That guy on TikTok telling you to buy off plan, he gets paid 5, maybe 7% of the purchase price just for getting you to sign. He isn't making money from investing in property. He is making money from selling you the dream. He is the casino owner. You are the gambler. And the house always wins. So, what is the alternative? How do you get property exposure without the tax headache? Be boring. If you want to invest in real estate, look at REITs, real estate investment trusts. These are companies that own billions of pounds of property, warehouses, hospitals, shopping centres. You can buy shares in them on the UK stock market. You get the dividends, which is the rent, but you don't have to fix the boiler. You don't have to fly to Dubai to sign papers. And best of all, you can put a REIT inside your ISA. That means the income is actually tax-free. No HMRC reporting, no capital gains tax, no stress. Look, I get it. The UK feels gloomy right now. The tax is high, the weather is rubbish. But don't let escapism ruin your finances. Building wealth isn't about chasing a mirage in the desert. It's about controlling what you can control, right here. Use your ISA, use your pension. Buy assets that are liquid, transparent, and legally protected. Don't be a sheep for a wolf in a rented Lambo. Right, hopefully that made sense. If you want more honest money tips without the waffle, do me a massive favor. Hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get your money sorted. See you in the next one. Cheers.